Teams are making their way onto the field as the Rebels will receive the opening kickoff. Back deep for the Rebels is Michael Hamburg and Charlie Norman. Same guys as last week. 5 men up front, 4 up backs as McGill Toolen will be set to kick off. Bay Cummings, number 32, the senior kicker for McGill Toolen, will do the kicking honors for them. Rebel fans are ready for some football. A good turnout here on the home side. Walk-Ons Independence Bowl. We're ready for Battle of the Border. 6 p.m. kickoff. A little bit different, but the Rebels look ready. Dressed in the Navy jerseys, white pants. First quarter brought to you by Mitchell's Body and Frame. Thank you for our first quarter sponsor and proud supporters of Rebel football. Here we go, guys. Set to kick off from the North 40, going left to right on your radio. Here's the kick, and he will kick it deep. Norman back to receive, and he's going to catch it in the end zone, and that will be a touchback. So we heard about the kicking power for McGill Toolen, and he didn't let it down there as he kicked the ball into the end zone, and the Rebels will take over on their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, well, two things. One, he's got a huge leg, and that's what we anticipated, and he kicked it away from Hamburg, which is right. What we thought John Ehret might do the other night. And I think really John Ehret, McGill Toolen, a lot like in terms of talent.
Yep.
Just this team, I think, is a much better coach, and they have tremendous special teams.
Gary Common, quarterback for the Rebels, will be in the shotgun. Caden Pierce, the up back. Cam Wright in the backfield with Common. 2 wide receivers and a tight end. Common in the shotgun, ball at the 20. He's going to send a man in motion. That's Holloway. Common takes the snap, going to hand the ball to Wright. He's got some running room, 2 or 3 yards, still spinning off of tackles. He'll get forward progress, a gain of about 3 yards, and he'll be spotted at the 23-yard line, maybe the 22. He's second down. It's going to be spotted at the 22. Second down and 8 yards to go as Cam Wright on a carry for 2 yards.
And Stanley, I don't know about you, but do you see number 55, Darius Cox, in the ball game?
He is not out there, guys. It's the first thing I wanted to take a look at him, but he is not at nose tackle right now.
Common in the shotgun with Wright. He's going to roll out looking to pass. He throws the football, and it is complete at the 35-yard line. First down, West Monroe, as that pass was complete to Jerry Day, the junior wide receiver. Nice throw that time by Common on the timing route, and it'll be a first down. Batteries plus, first down.
Yeah, Common rolled to his left, threw it against his body. Day ran a little curl route to the inside. The inside receiver ran to the out, and great throw. Nice call by West Monroe. I think McGill Toolen expects West Monroe to run it probably 70-75% of the time, and so a really good call on second down.
Common in the shotgun, ball at the 35. 4 wide receivers going to throw it out in the flat this time, and it's dropped. Forward pass, or call it incomplete. Pass intended that time for Michael Hamburg. As it hit him in the chest, he just dropped the ball. They'll bring up second down and 10 for the Rebels with 10:59 left to go in the first quarter. No score.
Yeah, Hamburg in the slot to the right side, and just a little bubble screen. He stepped back, and the ball was right there. He had some room to operate, but he just took his eyes off it, tried to look at the defense, and dropped it.
Second down and 10 at the Rebel 35. Common takes the snap, hands the ball to Wright, and he's hit hard at the line of scrimmage, and will be a gain of 0. And they'll spot the ball again at the 35-yard line, and it's the first third down of the night for the Rebels. Third down and 10.
Yeah, so that drop on first down was a huge play.
Yes.
You figure Hamburg's going to get us about 4 or 5 at least, and then instead you go second and 10. You don't pick up anything on second down, and now the Rebels, who were 2 of 11 last week on third down, face their first of the ball game.
Common in the shotgun. Going to send Murphy in motion to the trips. Looking to throw, pump fake, and he's going to be wrapped up, and he's sacked. Sacked down at the Rebel 30-yard line. It'll be a loss of 5 yards that time, as Common did the pump fake out to the right side, was looking to go deep, and didn't have time to make the throw, and it was brought down for a 5-yard loss.
And Stanley, was that the tunnel screen that just wasn't open, or was he trying to go deep and just well covered?
Well, guys, we had an outside blitz coming here. That outside linebacker was coming straight on the blitz, and nobody picked him up, so he came in up touch. I think he was trying to get the ball possibly down the field a little further, but nobody touched the outside guy, so therefore Common had to just tuck it and eat it.
Jacob Huff, the junior linebacker, was the one blitzing that time, making the sack for the Yellow Jackets. Peyton Todd on the punt for the Rebels. It's a low snap. He picks it up and gets it off, nearly blocked, as the receiver will call a fair catch, and they'll spot it at the Yellow Jacket 32-yard line. So nice job that time, guys, by Peyton Todd to get that punt off.
And Stanley, how did he get it off? I mean, the defender was right there. He just missed the block.
He did, because he was in great position to block it. The defender was, and McGill Toolen. I thought it was a block. I mean, I just we're going to have to watch that, because McGill Toolen has obviously seen that last week that West Monroe was a little slow getting those punts off, and I think they're going to come after us.
Well, they certainly did there, and really a fortunate break for West Monroe.
Absolutely.
That could have been huge. A play early in this ball game.
9:31 left to go in the first quarter. No score. McGill Toolen on their first possession of the ball game. Sheldon Lehman in the backfield, going to hand it off on a sweep. 30. He's got a little room to the 35, up to about the 36-yard line. Gain of about 4 yards that time for the Yellow Jackets as they sent a man in motion and hand it on a speed sweep that time to the left side.
Yeah, but interesting, he came behind the quarterback. Normally that speed sweep from the shotgun, they come in front, and so had more of a little end-around kind of effect. But you're right, he came in motion trying to test out that pursuing West Monroe defense.
Lehman in the shotgun for the Yellow Jackets. 4 wide receivers, going to send a man. Now he's going to line up C.J. Evans in the backfield. That's their running back. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, going to look the throw, still looking, pressure, and he's going to be sacked. The ball pops out, and the Rebels are still scrambling for it. They're trying to pick it up, and he picks it up. It's Rebel football. West Monroe has recovered the football down at the Yellow Jacket 12-yard line. Huge turnover here early in the ball game for the Rebels.
Yeah, and I don't know what Sheldon Lehman was thinking, because he had nobody around where he was. It looked like he was trying to get rid of the football and throw it away. He was almost down. In fact, it was a sack. He just should have taken a little loss on the play, and somehow the ball squirted out. Looked like he tried to lateral it to nobody.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to throw the ball to somebody. There was nobody there. There were about 4 blue shirts around the quarterback. So excellent pressure that time by the West Monroe defense, and a big turnover here early in this ball game.
Yeah, and great coverage down the field. He wanted to throw the ball down the field, and nobody, absolutely nobody was open.
Rebels in 2 tight ends, I formation. Common under the center. Takes a snap, toss sweep to the right side. He's banging hard at about the line of scrimmage. Gain of maybe 2. It'll go from the 12 to the 10. It'll be second down and 8. So the Rebels line up in 2 tights now, Jim, as they come out of the first possession in shotgun. Now there's 2 tight ends set with an I backfield.
Yeah, and Darius Cox still not in the ball game. Looks like number 92 is taking his place. Desmond Simpson, 6'1", 260-pound nose guard in there right now.
Rebels stay in the 2 tight end I formation. Caden Pierce at fullback for the Rebels. Common under center, takes the ball, he's going to run the option, follows his fullback up the middle. He'll fall forward to about the 5-yard line. A gain of about 4 yards, and it's going to bring up third down and 2.5 for the Rebels. 7:53, and the clock is running here in the first quarter. No score.
Yeah, the Rebels have to get the ball to the 2-yard line. They can pick up a first down short of the goal line. And this was their Achilles heel last week, 2 of 11 on third down.
That's right.
Conversion attempts, and let's see if they're 0 for 1 thus far tonight.
2 tight end I formation again for the Rebels. Common's going to send a man in motion. That's Holloway from right to left. Takes a snap, going to run the option. Ball may be on the ground. No, he's going to hand it to Pierce. He falls forward for about 1 yard. And now it's going to be 4th down and about 1 for the Rebels, and we'll see what Coach Jerry Arledge wants to do.
Yeah, the ball's almost touching the 4-yard line. Looks like he's got to get just outside the 2, and we see some personnel changes, Rick.
Yep, field goal unit will come on the field for the Rebels. And the Rebels will try to get 3 points off of this turnover.
So 2 for 11 last week, as Jordan tells me.
Yep.
Our statistician, and 0 for 2 early in this ball game, and a big, last week when they got the short field, they turned that short field into touchdown.
Reese Allman on for the field goal try from the 11-yard line. Be 21-yard attempt, and the flags are flying. It will be a delay of game as the Rebels took their time getting the field goal team out on the field, and that's going to be 5 important yards as it now goes from 4th and 2 to 4th and 7, and the field goal attempt now will be a 26-yard field goal attempt.
You know, guys, I don't think that's going to hurt us because we was on that right hash mark over there, and I think that as close as we were, it may be better being 5 yards back from the angle standpoint.
We're about to find out.
Peyton Todd on to hold Caden Pierce a snap. There's a snap. The kick is up, and it's got plenty of distance, and it is good. Reese Allman connects on the 26-yard field goal, and the Rebels take a 3-0 lead. 6:25 left to go here in the first quarter. We'll be back.
Kilpatrick's provides guidance to create meaningful ceremonies to honor the life of your loved one. You'll receive exactly what you selected. Others may offer you one thing and provide another. Your family's interest is our first priority. We offer individualized services to fit any need. Kilpatrick's provides service, facilities, and prices second to none. Kilpatrick Serenity Gardens offers many beautiful settings.
Choose wisely.
Choose Kilpatrick's.
Stadium in Shreveport. If you can still see some lightning off in the distance as the clouds are still trying to clear out. West Monroe takes a 3-0 lead. 6:25 left to go in the first quarter. First quarter brought to you by Mitchell's Body and Frame, proud supporters of West Monroe football. Primetime supporters for West Monroe Radio. Family Doctors of Nela, Tom Sanders Building Mart, Zaxby's Monroe and West Monroe, Ronnie Ward Toyota of Ruston. So, Jim, the Rebels take a 3-0 lead off the turnover by the McGill Toolen quarterback as he was sacked and fumbled, and the Rebels got the ball in the red zone, unable to convert on third down.
Yeah, they didn't pick up their second attempt at a third down situation. They got the ball at the 12-yard line. They did get points, but, you know, if you're McGill Toolen, after making that mistake, you know, you feel fairly good about keeping the Rebels out of the end zone. And so, you know, it's kind of a, you know, you hate to turn it over, but their defense stood tall and only gave up 3 points. So, you know, they probably look at the situation where it's not as bad, nearly as bad as it could have been. And for the Rebels, you really wanted to get 6 there.
Reese Altman on to kick off for the Rebels. The ball spotted at the south 40. He'll kick from right to left. He's set to kick off, and it'll be a sky kick. The receiver will settle under it at about the 17 to the 20, 25, has a little room, knocked down about the 30, 32-yard line. That time on the tackle, number 40, Chandler Conrad, senior linebacker for the Rebels, making the play on special teams. So the Yellow Jackets will take over at their own 32-yard line, exact same spot they took over their first possession of the ball game.
Yeah, we think the credit for that sack and forced fumble on that previous defensive series for the Rebels goes to Andrew Gleason. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise. Yeah, he's always in the backfield making things happen, and nothing new there. As Sheldon Lehman, 6 foot, 190-pound senior, Memphis commit, will lead the Yellow Jackets on the field. Empty backfield, 4 wide receivers and a tight end. Ball spotted at the 32. He'll send a man in motion. He'll hand the ball off. Not much running room. He'll be wrapped up and tackled that time. Big Chandler Moncrief on the tackle. Gain of about, actually it's going to be a loss of about half a yard that time. Nice pursuit by the Rebel defense as they sent C.J. Evans in motion. So Evans is a starting running back, Jim. In every play so far tonight, he's lined up out in the slot in his motion to the backfield.
Yeah, and that time they were just trying to get him to the edge, but Moncrief just would have none of it. He stepped up, forced Evans to cut it inside, and Moncrief made the tackle.
Evans in the backfield now with Lehman. In the shotgun, takes a snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to look to throw, throws it over the middle, and it's incomplete. Nice coverage that time by the Rebel defense. Brooks Miller on top. The pass was intended for number 4, Jennings Clayton. This 5'6", 155-pound wide receiver for McGill Toolen. So to bring up third down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. 5:37 remaining here in this first quarter. The Rebels lead 3-0.
Yeah, and this team, believe us, folks, they're an explosive offense. They have their starting quarterback in the ball game, but they haven't looked real explosive thus far in this ball game against this stout Rebel defense.
6'1" receiver Bo Hightower out here on the near side, lined up one-on-one with Zach Knox. Look his direction. He'll take a snap, and the whistle will blow the play dead as the far side judge has blown it dead, and there's no sign of a timeout or anything like that.
I think
Stanley?
I thought we got to delay a game, guys, but I may be wrong.
Well, the sideline official went up to the wide receiver almost as if to tell him there was something wrong with his equipment. I saw him talk with that outside receiver. Looked like he didn't have his mouthpiece in. Looks like he doesn't have it in now, but I think he's going to let him play, so he just gave him a warning.
Lehman takes a snap in the shotgun. Heavy pressure. He's going to throw the screen pass. He's got blockers in front to the 40, 45 to midfield 50. Makes another cutback, 45-40. He's crossing the field, still running. Going to be wrapped up and brought down at the 35-yard line. Wrapped up and brought down hard by Noby Harris. But a screenplay, brilliant call it looked like that time, guys, as the Rebels brought pressure, and they got the screen pass out with plenty of blockers in front, and they are in Rebel territory at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Tanner Zorden, he knew exactly what was coming. The only problem was he had 3 or 4 offensive linemen blocking him, and he just couldn't get through all 4 of those guys. An outstanding call on 3rd down and long.
Lehman in the shotgun, empty backfield, 4 wide receivers and a tight end. Now the tight end's going to come off the line of scrimmage, and the wideout creeps up. 25 is in motion now in the backfield. Lehman in the shotgun. Takes a snap, going to look to throw. Pump fakes. Now he's rolling out of the pocket to the 40, still running. 35-30. Going to be run out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. So gain of about 6, maybe 5 for the Yellow Jackets, and be 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, Sheldon Lehman was looking down the field, and once again, just outstanding coverage by this Rebels secondary, but he was able to kind of keep his wits about him. He got outside the defensive end, but West Monroe and picked up, about 7 or 8 yards?
7 yards, yeah, a good spot. Ball at the 27. Bradley Williams and Colton Harvey were at the safety position. Now Colton will walk down in coverage. Empty backfield again. 2nd down and 2. Lehman in the shotgun now with 2 running backs back there with him. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Going to take the snap. Looking to throw. Plenty of time. Going to roll out of the pocket and throw it deep towards the end zone. It's a jump ball and it's caught. Touchdown. The Yellow Jackets with the jump ball pass caught by Dallas. I'm sorry, Chris. Dallas Dafflin.
You're right.
On the jump ball catch, 6 foot, 168 pounds, just out-jumped the defender there at the goal line.
Well, you called it, Rick. That's exactly what he did. The defender for West Monroe just lost sight of the football, and the man stopped, kind of a back shoulder. He just went up and grabbed it out of the air. But Daffin was the man last week that filled in for quarterback Lehman. Didn't do a great job, and so they went to Arsenault, who really led them to the victory, Stanley. But a nice response to that turnover by McGill Toolen.
Well, it was, guys, and I thought we had great coverage. Our just defensive back just did not turn around. But it was really good coverage by West Monroe, I thought, except for not being able to look. And the extra point is good by McGill Toolen, and it's 7-3 McGill Toolen in the first quarter.
So the Yellow Jackets respond with a touchdown drive. They lead 7-3. 4:48 left to go here in this first quarter. First quarter brought to you by Mitchell's Body and Frame. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hello, I'm Stanley Dupuy. You may recognize my voice on the radio, or you may see me on the Rebel playbacks on the sidelines on Friday nights. But what you may not know is that my real job, I work at Dupuy Flooring. If you're ever in the need of any type of flooring, whether it be wood, tile, stone, or carpet, please give us a call. We service just about any type of flooring, whether it be residential, commercial, or industrial. At Dupuy Flooring, we proudly support the West Monroe Rebels.
Ball pass was caught at the goal line and fell into the end zone. McGill Toolen leads West Monroe 7-3 with 4:48 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, that Copeland scoring drive summary of 5 plays, 68 yards, a minute 35 off the clock, and the key play was that 3rd down and 10, the screen pass to Evans for the big gainer, and that's something the Rebels haven't done tonight, didn't do well last week, and that's convert on 3rd down.
As McGill Toolen will kick off from the 40. It's a deep kick again as Norman drifts back in the end zone. And they did swap the guys, Jim. They put Norman on one side and Hamburg on the other, and they still found Norman.
Well, they found the person opposite Hamburg. I don't know that they necessarily want to kick it to Charlie. They just want to kick it away from Hamburg after what he did last week. But look, Charlie had an outstanding game himself last week. So when he gets a couple of chances, they might start kicking it short.
Bade Cummings, the kicker, senior kicker for the Yellow Jackets, kicks it off into the end zone for another touchback. The Rebels will take over at their own 20-yard line, down 7-3 with 4:48 left to go in the first quarter. Common will be in the shotgun with Cam Wright to his left. He's going to send a man in motion. That's Holloway. Common's going to take the snap, going to hand to Wright. Not much running room, but the pile still moving forward. Nice surge that time by the offensive line, as the offensive line just moved the line of scrimmage forward about 6 yards for Cameron Wright. So great push that time by the big fellas up front.
And Stanley, interestingly enough, Darius Cox, the Tennessee commit, 6'5", 300-pounder, is in there. And I tell you what, Wright just kept those legs churning.
Yeah, great job by the offensive front pushing him back, and Cam as well.
Common takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Wright this time, leans forward, and he'll get to about the 27. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 3 yards this time. He sent Holloway in motion, faked the handoff to him, then faked it to Wright and decided to keep it for about a gain of 2.
Yeah, so he faked the speed sweep to the wide receiver, faked it to his running back, and kept it himself, and really did a good job because I thought McGill Toolen really defended it well. Here comes another 3rd down attempt.
3rd down and 3 for the Rebels. Ball spotted at the 27-yard line. Common takes a snap out of the shotgun, hands the ball to Wright. He's got the first down past the 30-yard line. So just past the 30, they'll spot it at the 31, and that'll be a Batteries Plus and Bulbs first down for West Monroe.
And that was a big one. It was the first down conversion of the night. They're now 1 for 3 on 3rd down attempts, but it keeps this drive moving and their Rebel defense off the field.
And that's what Coach Ardich likes to see, those 3rd down conversions and running the football and eating up clock as we just did. Now Common will come under center in the shotgun. I formation. Common takes a snap, going to follow his fullback up the middle. That's Pierce. Common will fall forward of gain of about 4 and be spotted at the 35-yard line. 3:14 left to go in the first quarter. 7-3.
Yeah, Rick, and I like those short, crisp passes early on the first couple of drives. We had a nice completion of Jerry Day. We just dropped one from by Hamburg, but I would expect those throws to continue.
High formation, and a flag comes flying in, and the referee is going to call a legal formation, I believe, by the Rebels. And they'll back them up 5 yards, so it'll bring 2nd down and about 11 now for the Rebels. So big games, guys. We talked about penalties and making things count. So you have a good first down, a 3rd down conversion, and now you're backed up 2nd down and 11. The Rebels will stay in I formation with twins out to the far side. Ball is on the left hash near the Rebels sideline.
Yeah, and Stanley, the Rebels barely got to the line of scrimmage and they got called for the penalty.
Common under center in the I. Takes a snap, going to toss it to Wright to the left side, banging hard at the line of scrimmage, but not much happening. Gain of about 1, as the McGill Toolen defensive line is doing a good job of clogging up those holes. Number 42, Lewis on the tackle, 6 foot, 225-pound defensive lineman on the stop that time. In the front 3 and the 4 linebackers are playing good run defense for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, indeed they are, and our windows are getting fogged up here with the condensation. And it's beginning to get a little hard for us to see.
Common now in the shotgun. Cameron Wright to his right side. Pierce in the up back. 3rd down and 10 for the Rebels. Common takes a snap, going to roll right, looking to throw. Nobody there. He's going to run it. 35, got some room. Tackled down about the 37-yard line, but it won't be enough to get the first down. He'll come up about 3 or 4 yards short. Be 4th down for the Rebels. And we're going to have to do something about this window, Jim. I can't. I can't see the ball game.
I don't think it opens up, so I'm not sure what we can do other than turn the air down. Guess who made the tackle down the field from McGill Toolen?
Big boy.
The big boy.
Big guy.
Cox, Darius Cox, the 6'5", 300-pound Tennessee commit, playing nose guard.
So 4th down and Peyton Todd on the punt. The ball is spotted at the West Monroe 37-yard line. Todd standing at about the 22. Takes the snap, no rush this time, gets the punt away, And the receiver's drifting back. He'll take it at the 25. Slips a tackle. Another tackle. Has a little bit of running room. Going to go backwards. And it'll be wrapped up and brought down about the 24-yard line. Colton Harvey on the tackle that time for the Rebels as he got downfield to make the stop. And it was about a 2-yard loss on the return. And the ball will be spotted at the McGill-Toolen 24-yard line.
Yeah, that was a dangerous returner back there. And he broke a couple of tackles, made a couple of Rebels miss, but not Colton Harvey. And then Harvey, had he not made the tackle, that would have been a big, big play for the Yellow Jackets.
1 minute, 5 seconds left to go in this first quarter. McGill-Toolen leads West Monroe 7-3. And the last time the Yellow Jackets had the football, they drove down the field 65 yards for a touchdown. Lehman in the shotgun now for the Yellow Jackets. 3 wide receivers and a running back to his right. That'll be Evans. He'll take the snap, fake the handoff, looking to throw. Heavy pressure this time, and he's going to be sacked. Sacked all the way back down at the 7-yard line.
Back-to-back plays.
Loss.
Back-to-back plays by number 34, Rick.
Colton Harvey, it looked like Ethan Swanner was in on that as well, and there's a flag on the play. Stanley, we can't hardly see out of this window, so you're going to have to help us out.
This could be defensive pass interference, guys. This could hurt.
Well, that would hurt huge. That's about a 20-yard sack there. And if the Rebels are penalized on this play, I mean, that would really breathe life into this drive for the Yellow Jackets. But Colton Harvey, just a great blitz dialed up by the Rebel defense, and maybe the secondary knew they didn't have a lot of leeway.
Are convening, trying to figure out the call. Head referee now conferring with another ref as the players are standing around waiting.
Well, they're moving the chains forward, so not backward. That's not a good sign for West Monroe. Here's the call.
Holding is the call on the West Monroe defense, and so that will negate the huge loss on the play. Great pressure that time by the West Monroe defense, but it results in a first down with the holding call. The ball is spotted at the McGill-Toolen 34-yard line.
Guys, that one hurt there.
Yep, that's a big penalty. You can't have that in big games, but maybe the defense can recover here. Lehman in the shotgun with Evans to his right. Takes a snap, going to hand the ball off to Evans. He's going to be hit hard at about the line of scrimmage, maybe 1, maybe 2 yards, as he got past the 35 to about the 36-yard line. So gain of 2, bring up second down and 8.
Yeah, it looked like Big Dalvin Hutchinson inside on that stop.
We'll do our best to get you numbers, as it is very difficult to see what's going on down on the field.
That was Moncrief, guys, on that tackle. I know you can't.
4 wide receivers now for the Yellow Jackets. Lehman in the backfield by himself, empty backfield. Tight end will step back and go in motion, setting up some protection. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Still nobody there, and he's going to be brought down, and he gets rid of the ball. He throws the ball away to avoid the sack. I don't think he was out of the tackle box.
But they had a receiver in the area.
Okay.
There was a receiver in the area. Number 14 was the intended receiver, and he was near the football. He wasn't going to catch it, but he was near the football.
So that's going to bring up third down and 8 now for the Yellow Jackets as the defense puts pressure every time, Jim. They've stepped back to pass. There's been pressure. So Lehman has not been comfortable in the pocket.
Not when he's tried to throw the ball deep down the field. The longer routes have been extremely difficult because of the lack of time.
It's third down and 8, ball spotted at the McGill-Toolen 36. Lehman in the shotgun for the Yellow Jackets. C.J. Evans, the running back, in the backfield. Takes a snap. He's going to look to throw. Looking, throws it out. Another slip screen. It's going to be caught, and he's hammered. Hit hard at the 36-yard line at the line of scrimmage. Nice play that time by the Rebel defense, and that's a huge third down stop for the Rebels, and that'll be the end of the first quarter, guys, as the Rebels trail 7-3. First quarter brought to you by Mitchell's Body and Frame. So that'll be it. Good first quarter of football. Both teams, you can tell, well coached. It should be a good one.
Hi, I'm Carol Hanks. I'm Raised Tire Pros. We've been here since 1979, been here almost 37 years. We're proud to be locally owned, and our family's a part of this community.
At Raised Tire Pros, we cover tires, wheels, brakes, chassis, AC, alignments. If there's something wrong with your car, just call us.
As the Tire Pros dealer, we offer nationwide warranty that protects you down the road. We try to make it convenient for our customers. If it's a shuttle to work, just to make it easier for them.
The free roadside assistance makes me feel safe.
We take pride in everything we do because my family's name is on it.
We really appreciate the customers that have done business with us. We're constantly training and updating our technology so we can earn your trust.
So for tires and service you can trust, visit Ray's Tire Pros on Cypress Street, 1 block from West Monroe High School.
And there's the snap. The Rebels will set up the return. High hanging punt. Be caught at about the 23. Murphy to the 30. Has a little bit of room. Going to be hit hard at about the 33-yard line. So Zach Murphy on the punt return to the West Monroe 33. The Rebels will take over 1st down and 10 here in the second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by Vanguard Realty Group. Proud supporters of West Monroe football. Heather and Jackie Guillo. I know them two pretty well. Proud supporters of West Monroe football have been for a long time.
They have indeed, and great job by Murphy to field that punt and get what he could and put the Rebels in pretty good field position here on this series. Let's see if they can get something going on this drive. Only really, picked up a couple of 1st downs, but really haven't controlled the line of scrimmage like they would like to offensively.
Garrett Common will be in the eye. Twin wide receivers to the near side. Takes the snap, going to run the option. Now he's going to pitch it. He's got some running room. Nope, he's going to be wrapped up right at about the line of scrimmage. As Common on the pitch that time to Cameron Wright. A gain of about 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry. So the Rebels back to the traditional veer option. Sam Satterwhite, the defensive back, senior defensive back on the tackle that time for the Yellow Jackets. 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, that was a great stop by the strong safety coming up on that pitch. That's a pretty tough task, knocking right down in the open field.
Common this time will be in the shotgun. Caden Pierce, the up back, takes a snap. Going to look, throws it across the middle. It's caught. Caught past the 45 to about the 47-yard line. Jerry Day on the reception, and that'll be a 1st down, a Batteries Plus and Bulbs 1st down for the Rebels. So the play-action pass is complete today, and the Rebels are on the move as they approach midfield.
And that's similar to the pass they completed today to Jerry Day today earlier in the ball game, and it results in another 1st down. So let's see if the Rebels come back to that several times as we go through this ball game.
Common in the shotgun. Takes a snap. This time he's going to hand it to Wright. Wright has running room up to about the 42-yard line, the Yellow Jacket 42-yard line, and that'll be close to a Batteries Plus 1st down. So some running room finally between the tackles for Cameron Wright, and it will result in a 1st down at the Yellow Jacket 43-yard line.
You know, it's amazing what a pass that picks up a 1st down will do for your offense and your run game.
So the Rebels will take over at about the 43. Common in the shotgun again with Cameron Wright to his left side. Takes a snap, going to hand it to Wright. No, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be wrapped up at about the line of scrimmage and pushed back. Now, he did give it to Cameron Wright.
He did give it to Cameron.
And the line of scrimmage was bottled up. Again, it's hard to see out of this window. And we're just kind of seeing some blurs down there on the field, Jim. I think you found one little hole. You can see some numbers for us, but
not much.
It's really difficult.
Well, what's happened is it's humid outside, and inside it's extremely cold, and so the condensation on the outside of the glass has fogged up our windows. But really a gain of about 1 on the play.
Common in the shotgun this time, going to take the snap. He's going to keep it, take it up the middle, down at about the 36. So gain of about 6, maybe 7 yards, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 4 for the Rebels. So the Rebels are on the move, and now a crucial 3rd down
of the river. For the closest location, visit FamilyDoctorsOfNela.com.
As the leaves start to fall, remember Tom Sanders Building Mart has all the equipment to get that yard in shape. Wheelbarrows, rakes, shovels, and much more.
Common in the shotgun with Caden Pierce, the up back. Cameron Wright to his right side, ball at the 35.
Office, home, and yard. Tom Sanders Building
Common's
Mart,
going to take the snap. He's going to keep it himself, and not much running room.
Those guys
it looked like the Yellow Jackets were ready for that option play as they hit Common at the line of scrimmage.
A proud supporter of West Monroe High School sports.
It's going to bring up 4th down and about 3 for the Rebels.
Yeah, so I think we're back on the air. Rick Common kind kind of faked it to Cam Wright, tried to convert on the first down run himself, came up about 3 yards short, so now it's 4th down and 3, and the Rebels offensive unit stays on the field.
They're going to go for it on 4th down. Common is in the shotgun with Cameron Wright. He's going to take the snap, and he's going to give it to Wright. He's pushing forward, close. And it's going to be close. It's going to come down to a spot, Stanley.
What you think, Stanley? You had the best vantage.
It's close.
I'm trying to say, yeah, it looks like it's going to be
and the Rebel faithful are cheering, and it's a first down for the Rebels. So huge 4th down conversion, guys, here early in the ball game with 8:38 remaining in the second quarter. The Rebels trailing 7-3.
Yeah, I like the call. Love the call on 4th down and 3. You're in a situation where a punt doesn't do you a lot of good. You're outside of field goal range, and the Rebels take advantage.
Common in the shotgun, going to take the snap, going to give it to Wright. He's hit hard about the line of scrimmage. Gets past the 30 to about the 29-yard line. It'll actually be a gain of about 3 yards. And the ball will be spotted at the 30. 2nd down and 7 for the Rebels. 8:14 to go here in the second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by Vanguard Realty Group.
First quarter stats, first downs 3 for McGill Toolen, 2 for West Monroe. Rushing yardage 11 for the Rebels, 11 for McGill Toolen, 26 for the Rebels. Passing 61 McGill Toolen, 13 for West Monroe.
Common in the shotgun along with Cameron Wright. Going to take the snap. He's going to look to throw. Still looking. He's going to have to run the ball up the middle, past the 30, scrambling down to about the 27-yard line. Be a gain of about 3 on the play as Common dropped back to pass, and the rush was coming on the outside. Decided to tuck the ball and go up the middle. So another crucial 3rd down here on this drive. 3rd down and about 5 for the Rebels.
They got a correction, minus 11 yards rushing for McGill Toolen, so they have 50 yards of offense after 1 quarter. The Rebels have 39.
So defensive battle, but the Rebels are on the move. Common in the shotgun with Caden Pierce in the up back. Takes the snap. He's reading the options. Going to hand the ball to Wright to the outside. He's got some room past the 20. Tripped up at about the 15-yard line. First down Rebels on the run by Cameron Wright. And that time they ran the option to the outside, to the right side, and he crossed the 20, and he's got a first down. So the drive continues for the Rebels on a big 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, the read option that time, and, Coleman is doing a tremendous job kind of holding that ball in the running back's belly until the very last moment. He either gives it or pulls it, and right now he has the McGill Toolen defense off balance.
Common in the shotgun again. This time takes a snap, hands it Right. He's got a few yards up the middle, bouncing around at about the 10-yard line. So gain of about 5 on first down for the Rebels as they continue. The offensive line, Jim, seems to be controlling the line of scrimmage over the last few plays.
Yeah, this drive has been an outstanding one for West Monroe, but it was really opened up by that first down or completion to Jerry Day. And I think that's really kind of opened up the running game, but the Rebels are beginning to control the line of scrimmage.
Now Common in the I formation. Under center, takes a snap, going to fake the handoff to his fullback Pierce. He's going to fall forward past the 10 down to about the 7-yard line. So gain of about 2 that time for the Rebels. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
So what's happening, the Rebels getting positive yardage on each and every down. And, of course, they went for it, converted on 4th down, converted on 3rd down as well. And so it's just hard right now to stop this Rebel offense as a timeout is taken on the field.
Common is going to be under center in the I formation. He's going to send a man in motion from right to left. Common takes the snap, going to hand the ball off to Wright on the counter play. He falls forward. Looks like he got past the 5-yard line, and it's going to be a West Monroe Batteries Plus first down and goal. So a beautiful drive continues on the 3rd down conversion, and now it's 1st and goal for the Rebels, that time out of the I formation.
Yeah, that time just power football. They ran it right up the middle, right behind his fullback in the right side of that offensive line, and it's 1st and goal from the 4.
1st and goal for the Rebels from the 4-yard line. Common's going to be under center. He's going to hand it to fullback Pierce.
He's close.
Touchdown. A Glassworks touchdown for the Rebels. Caden Pierce on the fullback dive on the option. And that's going to put the Rebels in front 9-7 pending the extra point.
A 15 15-play march. Wow, what an offensive drive, Stanley, by the Rebels.
That reminds me of the 90s, guys. Those long drive. And look how much time is taken off the clock.
Unbelievable.
We got the ball back right at the start of the second quarter, and it's taken 6 minutes and 28 seconds off the second quarter. Great drive. Let me get this offensive line. Boyer, Everett, Hawthorne, Cutler, Bush, Green, and sometimes Jonathan Davis.
And the extra point by Reese Altman is up, and it is good. Rebels lead 10-7 here in the Vanguard Realty Group second quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Russell Moore Lumber has been serving the people of North Louisiana with building supplies for over 40 years. Russell Moore delivers quality building materials for quick projects, like simple remodels to brand new constructions. We also believe in providing the best customer service to everyone who does business with us. Russell Moore Lumber, part of this community and proud supporters of West Monroe High School Rebel football. Wishing the best of luck for the rest of the season.
It's a good one as the Rebels are set to kick off to the Yellow Jackets. Altman with the kick. It's going to be a sky kick towards the near side, and the ball's bouncing around on the turf, and the Jackets are able to fall on the kick. So near mistakes, special teams mistake for the Yellow Jackets as they'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
Yeah, Kendall White came up to field the short kick, Rick, and he fell down on his bottom. And he was just sitting there, and the ball happened to bounce right to him. If it bounces anywhere else, the Rebels recover it.
Wow, and the Yellow Jackets will take over at their own 20. So you could call it a break for the Yellow Jackets on the bounce as the turf is slippery, as Stanley mentioned earlier in the keys to the game. 5:32 left to go here in this first half. The Yellow Jackets will come to the line of scrimmage. Laban in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers, trips to the far side. He's going to send a man in motion from left to right. Now he's going to set up in the backfield. Nope, motion back. He's going to take the snap, look to throw, throws it over the middle, and it's complete. Still running, still on his feet. Tackled down at about the 25-yard line. C.J. Evans, the running back, on the reception that time by the Jackets. And it'll bring up second down and about 5 yards.
Yeah, and that's what McGill Toolen's got to do. They've got to throw the ball quick. They've got to throw it short because right now they just can't block that defensive front for West Monroe on the long pass routes.
McGill Toolen will come to the line this time with 5 wide receivers. Empty backfield, and the Rebels will play man-to-man out here on the outside. 4:54 left to go here in this first half. Lehman's going to take the snap, look to throw. Throws it across to the right side. And it looks like the pass was incomplete.
Yeah, it was. It was thrown behind the intended receiver. And that's going to be, I think, Jordan Mosley. The ball was just thrown behind him. He was running a little quick slant, another quick pass. And the quarterback just off the mark.
Guys, he threw that quick because Chucky Hunter, he could feel his presence bearing down on him.
Well, Chucky's not with us anymore, but he was a good one.
Dalvin Hutchinson, excuse me, Dalvin.
He was a good one, though.
I'm sorry, he reminds me so much of Chucky. Dalvin Hutchinson, excuse me, y'all.
Yeah,
Dalvin was bearing down on him.
3rd down and 6 now for the Jackets. He's going to send a man in motion. There's Lehman. That's Evans. He's set up in the backfield. Takes a snap, looks to throw. Heavy rush this time. Going to be flushed out of the pocket. Throws the ball down the field towards the boundary.
Just threw it away.
The pass is incomplete.
Yeah, tremendous pressure that time off the edge by Andrew Gleason, as well as Dalvin Hutchinson and Moncrief up the middle. And, the defensive end that time, Gleason, made him run so far, backpedaled so far, and run towards the sideline. He just had nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get outside the rush and throw it away. So another great defensive series by that Rebel defense.
So Lehman having a tough time with the pressure, running out of the pocket, unable to complete the pass. 4th down, the Jackets are on the punt. Rebels send a little bit of pressure, but Murphy's going to take the ball at about the 32. He's going to backpedal to 30. He's got the room, 35, 40. Tackled down at about the 41-yard line. Looked like the wall was set up that time, guys.
It was.
But he's tackled at about the West Monroe 41. So good field position with a little time left here in the first half. It looks like 4:27 remaining.
And so, boy, it would be big if the Rebels could, drive it again down the field, take the rest of this time off the clock in the first half, and put some more points on the board. They lead at 10-7, coming off their most impressive offensive drive of the season.
This is what you want to see out of your defense after a long drive, is to go 3 and out. Common will now be back in the shotgun. Caden Pierce in the up back, Cam Wright in the backfield. Common's going to take the snap, and he's going to hand to Wright. He's got some running room. And he'll get to about the 44-yard line, gain of 3. Charlie Norman in to spell Cam Wright after that long drive. So nice gain that time by the Rebels, and Wright will come back into the ball game.
Yeah, Charlie Norman with about 80 yards rushing last week and an outstanding performance, and giving Cam Wright just a little bit of a breather. But as you mentioned, Cam back in there, and I'm sure he's going to get it real soon.
Common in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Now he's going to hand to Wright. And
Common's got it.
Common's got it up the middle. Again, it's hard to see, but Common takes the ball up the middle, gain of about 2 or 3 yards, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Ball spotted about the 45-yard line. So 3rd down and about 5 yards for the Rebels.
Well, Stanley, that read option where they read the defensive end to see what he's doing, it determines whether he gives to Cam Wright or keeps it. Common's really got this defense off balance.
He does, Jim, and let's see what the Rebels dial up here. It's about 3rd and 5 and a big play right now in the second quarter.
Common in the shotgun, looks to the sidelines, going to change the play. Bark signals to the offensive line. Takes the snap, now he's going to hand to Wright. Wright bangs forward, close to midfield. It's going to be short of the 1st down. It's going to be 4th down and 1.
Yeah, big decision.
Spotted at the 50.
Yeah, Cam Wright, he being Cam Wright, broke out of the tackle of the big defensive nose guard, Tennessee commitment Darius Cox, and it almost picked up a 1st down.
The offense is staying on the field. 2:44 remaining here in this first half. A big 4th down here. As the Rebel offense will stay on the field. Nope, now they're going to bring on the punt team.
Yeah, I think that's a good decision. You've got the lead, time winding down in the first half. I wouldn't give McGill Toolen the ball at midfield and give them a chance to take the lead going into halftime.
Play clock will reach 0. So 4th and 1 from midfield with 2:23 remaining. West Monroe leading 10-7. McGill Toolen took the lead on a 7-3 on a jump ball touchdown pass, and now the Rebels will see what McGill Toolen comes out in, and they're bringing their punt team off the field. A little gamesmanship here by the coaching staff for the Rebels, and the offense is trotting back out on the field.
And it may cost
it's very smart.
McGill Toolen to take a timeout here to get the right personnel on the field, and the Rebels might just try to draw them off. Hard to tell what they're going to do here.
Common's in the shotgun with Pierce in the up back position. He's barking signals, going to look to the sideline to possibly change the play.
Only 2 seconds on the play clock.
And they're going to let the play clock go down, and they'll call a timeout. They're going to send the punt team back on the field. So a little gamesmanship, I think you're right, Jim, trying to see if McGill Toolen will waste a timeout because they're going to get the ball back with about 2 minutes left to go. And so the Rebels burn a couple of timeouts trying to get them to burn a timeout.
or maybe just jump off sides prematurely, but really the Rebels didn't come to the line and give you the impression they were going to run a play on that last attempt before the timeout. So, you're right. Nothing hurt. I don't think the Rebels are going to need those timeouts now anyway.
We're going to keep it here. There's 2:23 left to go here in the first half. The score is West Monroe 10, McGill Toolen 7. Good crowd on hand for the Rebels. Good following over to Shreveport, as it usually is. A small following over there for the Yellow Jackets. It's a long trip, about 6, maybe 7 hours, Jim, from Mobile to Shreveport. Probably longer than that. If that's the longest drive, it feels like about 8 or 9 hours when you go to Mobile. Goodness gracious, it's a long drive.
Yeah, it takes a good 5 hours, but that's if you don't stop and get anything to eat.
Peyton Todd will do the punting duties for the Rebels as McGill Toolen will send their running back to receive. I believe that's Evans. Will be standing at about the 15-yard line. Caden Pierce does the snapping for the Rebels. Ball spotted. It's a little high snap, but Todd wrangles it in, gets the kick away. Receiver drifting back at about the 10-yard line, calls for the fair catch, and they'll give it to him at about the 10. So 1st down and 10 now for the Yellow Jackets. 2:15 remaining here in the first half. Rebels lead 10-7. So 90 yards to go for pay dirt for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, guys, that's a really good punt by Todd, and we got him pinned deep. Of course, it's 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first half, and West Monroe can just hold them here and not let them score. Then we can probably go in at halftime with a 10-7 lead.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you that the Rebels might put a little pressure. I think McGill Toolen's going to have to come out here somehow with a first down. Otherwise, they might be kicking out of their own end zone.
McGill Toolen will come out in the pistol. C.J. Evans, the running back, in the backfield. And there's some movement up front, and I believe that's going to be the Jackets, Stanley.
That is.
They moved early, and that's going to back them up to about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, big Patrick Siebert, 6'4", 300-pound left tackle, was drawn off sides. I think they were trying to draw the Rebels off sides, and unfortunately Lehman drew his left tackle off sides.
So first down and 15 now for the Yellow Jackets, and they're backed up to their own 5-yard line. So we'll see if they play conservative and see if the Rebels will try to force a turnover. 2:15 left to go here in the first half. West Monroe leading 10-7. As he'll stay in the pistol formation is Lehman, the quarterback. Now he's going to bring Evans up to his side. 2 wide receivers, takes the snap.
Oh, he's got room.
He's got room. Evans does. Out to about the 10, slips a tackle, down to about the 14-yard line. So that time gain of about 8 yards. They bring up second down and 6 for the Yellow Jackets. So a little handoff on the outside that time near the left side. And a little bit of running success finally for the Yellow Jackets as the Rebel defense has played quite well up in the front 7. Secondary's played well too, guys.
Yeah, Patrick Siebert with a nice seal block after making that mistake on the offsides. He had a great block on the edge, allowing Evans to get outside. Moncrief on the stop.
McGill Toolen comes out in the shotgun, empty backfield. Lehman takes the snap, going to look, throw. It's a quick throw. He's got a man. It's caught at about the 20-yard line. Going to be about a yard short, maybe half a yard. Number 5, C.J. Evans, on the reception, and they're going to give him the first down. So he got to the 20. The original line of scrimmage was the 10, so he got the 10 yards they needed to keep this drive moving. And there's 1 minute, 20 seconds, and the clock continues to run as McGill Toolen doesn't seem to be in any hurry. They'll go 5 wide. Now they'll bring Evans back in the backfield.
Yeah, well, he's the leading rusher and the leading receiver tonight for the Yellow Jackets. Evans is.
Clock is close to a minute. Lehman in the shotgun, empty backfield. Sends a man in motion, and he'll stand back there with him. He'll take the snap, looking to throw. He's got a little bit of time. Flushed out of the pocket and slammed hard. Slammed hard to the ground was the quarterback sack. Third sack on the night for the Rebel defense.
Yeah, that's going to be a combination of Preston Crane along with number 91, Dontrell Cobbs. And there's a timeout taken, Stanley.
Yeah, really good time. Now, we got the number 2 defensive front in there, guys, and they actually got a little pressure,
They got a lot of pressure. They got a lot of pressure.
Exactly. Our defensive front, the coach said in the Q&A in the paper this week that, West Monroe was very physical up front on both sides of the ball, and, he said they like to play sound defense, stretch the field, and just keep you, make you have to, just move the ball through the air or, just play action, stuff like that. But I tell you what, this defensive front, even if you got the first and second team in there, I'm telling you guys, they're tough to block, and they are just knifing through that McGill Toolen offensive line and have wreaked pressure all night long.
Yeah, well, Rick, I think the quarterback, he has no idea that the second unit's in. These guys look as good as the first unit. There's no drop-off. Is what we're trying to say.
And that's something Coach Arledge has talked about as the season got started, is the depth on the defensive line in the front 7 for the Rebels. And you can tell that's coming in handy as the guys are able to rotate in with fresh legs and continue that pressure on the quarterback. McGill Toolen will come to the line of scrimmage, ball spotted at the 20. Their own 20. 5 wide receivers, empty backfield. Lehman at quarterback for the Jackets. He's barking signals to the offensive line, takes the snap, looking to throw. Here comes pressure again. He's going to be wrapped up and sacked hard.
Wow.
Big Swanner on the tackle that time for the Rebels. And the quarterback sack helped by Cobbs as well. So a loss of about 6 yards that time. Rebels only bringing pressure with 4. No blitz that time, and they're still able to get to the quarterback as the clock continues to tick with 20 seconds left to go here in the first half. Third down for McGill Toolen.
A little surprised, Rick, that McGill Toolen took a timeout after that the previous sack. I figured at that point they would have just let the clock run out, and certainly they're going to do so now.
They'll let the clock tick down as it will be the end of the first half. West Monroe leads McGill Toolen 10-7 as the Rebels will make their way to the locker room. Stanley, you're going to try to find head coach Jerry Arledge.
Coach, your defensive front has dominated the whole first half.
Well, it's a struggle. They're a very good football team. They're very well coached. They're a little bit better probably defensively than they are offensively. We knew that coming in. Looks like maybe the running back might be nicked up a little bit, and I saw him hobbling. But I'm sure they got other kids that they'll put in there. We're doing a real good job with I thought with our pressure and good job with coverage, and we're doing a great job I think offensive line wise and just running the football and being patient. And it puts that defense on the sideline, and we get rest and ready to go back in, and that's so important.
Coach, when's the last time you remember a 15-play, 6-minute, 28-second drive for a touchdown?
Well, it's a long time ago, I guess. Shoot, I don't keep up with that, but it was beautiful. Yeah.
Well, look, I'll let you get with your troops. We'll talk after the game.
Thank you, Stanley.
Russellmore Lumber has been serving the people of North Louisiana with building supplies for over 40 years. Russellmore delivers quality building materials for quick projects, like simple remodels to brand new constructions. We also believe in providing the best customer service to everyone who does business with us. Russellmore Lumber, part of this community and proud supporters of West Monroe High School Rebel football. Wishing the best of luck for the rest of the season.
The Graduate Shop has been serving Northeast Louisiana schools for over 50 years. We provide the highest quality class rings, letter jackets, graduation announcements and accessories, as well as caps and gowns. The Graduate Shop enjoys celebrating special recognitions with our schools, especially when they win a state championship ring. We strive to provide the best service to our schools and families as they capture these special memories. The Graduate Shop, serving our community with quality graduation products.
For over 25 years, Car Wash West has been providing customers with superior service. Car Wash West is the only Castrol Premium Lube Express in North Louisiana. Our certified lube techs have the knowledge and expertise to provide great professional care for your car. Every oil change comes with a free car wash to keep your car looking its best. Car Wash West provides added convenience. Enjoy breakfast with a gourmet coffee or grab lunch while you wait in our retro cafe. Car Wash West, where we not only take care of your car, we take care of you.
Reese Altman set to kick off from the north 40 going left to right. Altman has skied kicked the two kickoffs so far. He'll do this one too as the receiver will drift under it at about the 18 to the 20. 25 slips a tackle, wrapped up and brought down at about the 32-yard line. That time Reese Altman in on that tackle.
The kicker.
No, maybe it was Reese. In on the tackle that time for the Rebels.
That was Colton Harvey, guys.
Okay. 34, so we can see still missing some numbers there. So
Lucas Norris, the first guy down there.
Trying to give Reese some credit there, getting some action. But nonetheless, the Rebels defense comes out, and the Jackets will take over at their own 32-yard line. So decent field position as they come out in a three wide receiver set. A guy late getting off the field out of the huddle. I'm not sure how that wasn't 12 men. Quarterback's in the shotgun, takes a snap, going to hand to Evans. Evans has running room up the middle, dragged down at about the 39-yard line. So gain of about 6, maybe 7. And tackle that time made by number 42, Luke Bell. And the Rebel defense that time, first sign of life for the offense, running the ball for the Jackets. It's actually 2nd down and 2. They're going to spot it at the 40.
Yeah, he had 9 yards rushing in the first half. He got 8 on that carry, so that might have been the biggest gain on the ground of the night for Evans.
2nd down and 2 now for the Yellow Jackets. Sheldon Lehman, the 6', 190-pound senior at quarterback. He's in the shotgun, takes a snap, going to fake the handoff, looking to throw. He's going to throw it deep down the field. He's got a man deep, and it's incomplete. Just out of the reach of the intended receiver. The ball landed at the West Monroe 20. So they went for the touchdown pass off the play action, and no luck that time. It was just out of the reach of the intended receiver. Maybe Jennings Clayton, the intended receiver that time for the Yellow Jackets. The Yellow Jackets will take over at their own 20-yard line. Rebels unable to capitalize off the turnover, the interception by Brooks Miller. 8:22 left to go here in the third quarter. West Monroe leading 10-7. As Sheldon Lehman at quarterback for the Yellow Jackets. 3 wide receivers and a running back. That's Evans. He takes a snap. He's going to hand to Evans to the right side. He's got a little running room. Bounces out to about the 25, maybe the 26. They're going to spot him at the 25, so gain of about 5 yards. Number 22, Zach Knox, making the stop for the Rebels.
Yeah, Zach came up. He didn't have any receiver to his side of the field, and he played the run support game extremely well. There, a lot of cornerbacks don't like to tackle.
That's right.
They don't mind covering receivers down the field, but this group of defensive backs for the Rebels, they'll hit you.
2nd down and 5 now for McGill Toolen. 7:50 left to go here in the third quarter. Layden takes the snap, going to hand it to Evans again up the middle. He's got running room out to about the 31-yard line, gain of 6 and a first down for the Yellow Jackets. So 2 running plays, Jim. First time it was 5 yards and then 6. So having a little success up the middle running the football.
Yeah, and it took Malcolm Moore. They ran the ball away from him. He came from his right defensive end position down the field to make the stop, but not before. Evans picked up a first down.
First down and 10 for McGill Toolen at their own 37-yard line. 7:33 left to go here in the third quarter. West Monroe leading 10-7. 3 wide receivers. He's going to send Evans out in motion, make it 5 wide receivers now. Empty backfield, takes a snap, looking to throw. Here comes pressure. Malcolm Moore's going to wrap him up, and he'll be sacked. Sacked all the way back at their own 20-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 12 yards. Malcolm Moore bringing the pressure and takes down Sheldon Lehman for the quarterback sack.
Yeah, that's about a 12 or 13-yard loss. And look, that's something that Lehman he's got to get rid of the football. He's on the deeper routes. If they're not open quick, he's got to throw it away, and he just hasn't done that tonight. He's tried to wait till somebody is broken open, and instead, he's given up big play after big play. But credit Malcolm Moore. Looked like he was shot off the edge.
That's right. Good coverage again also that time by the secondary. Now Lehman has 2 backs in the backfield to help with some protection. 2nd down, he fakes the handoff. Now he's looking to throw. Here comes pressure again. Malcolm Moore sacked back at the 11-yard line, and that's back-to-back quarterback sacks by Malcolm Moore. Again, the secondary gave more time, but he has beat that tackle off the edge again for another quarterback sack, and it's 3rd down and very long.
Only 2 receivers went out that time to catch a pass, and neither one was open. Great coverage by Carson Jones, and I think Brooks Miller, and it's become the Malcolm Moore show the last 3 plays.
6 defensive backs in the ball game for the Rebels. Yellow Jackets are backed up to their own 11-yard line. 3rd down and 31.
Yeah, we've got a new quarterback in the ball game.
Lehman is out of the ball game for McGill Toolen. 4 wide receivers, going to send a man in motion. That's Evans. Evans is in the backfield now. He's going to take the snap, fake the handoff, runs up the middle. He's got a little running room up to about the 16-yard line, and that'll be all for the quarterback. Quarterback looks like number 1, Dallas Daffin.
Well, guys, I'm sorry, Rick. I saw Lehman on that last sack get up with it looked like his ankle. I saw him kind of hobble just a second, and I wonder if that last sack that Malcolm Moore did, if it did something to his ankle, because obviously he's out of the game on that last series.
McGill Toolen will set up to punt. Jack Martin will do the punting for the Yellow Jackets. Back deep to receive is Zach Murphy for the Rebels. Here's the snap. It's a good one. They'll get the punt off. Left-handed kicker. Murphy will take the ball at the 40. He's going to bobble it. Pick it up at the 40. No room. and he'll be tackled immediately and marked down at about the 39-yard line. Tackle made that time by Corian Wilson for the Yellow Jackets. So good coverage on the punt, and we knew their special teams was going to be good so far, as good as advertised. Both kicker and the punter has done an excellent job swapping the field for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, I think right now special teams, you'd have to rate it even almost at this juncture of the ball game.
Difference in the ball game right now is a field goal by Reese Altman. Rebels lead 10-7 with 5:19 left to go in this third quarter. Third quarter brought to you by Master Lube Express and Car Wash. Common will bring the offense out. One tight end set, two wide receivers to the far side. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff to right. He's looking to throw, but he's going to be brought down. Quarterback sacked down at about the 35-yard line. Jackets brought pressure that time, and off the play-action pass, Common goes down. It'll be a loss of about 4 yards, second down and 14.
Yeah, it looked like that time that Common wanted to roll a little bit to his right. Only had one receiver to that side of the field, had three to the other side, but he just didn't have any time, and now it's second down and long.
Second and long, Rebels leading by 3. Ball spotted at their own 35-yard line. Common is in the shotgun. Caden Pierce is the up back. Takes the snap. This time he's going to hand to right, and there's not a lot of running room. He's going to be held up for a 1-yard loss, and a lot of shirts around the tackle. Carson McLean again for the Yellow Jackets on the tackle, along with Sawyer Brady, the senior linebacker. And so the Yellow Jackets keying on Cameron Wright, it seems, and getting penetration in the backfield. Third down now and 15 yards to go for the Rebels. Ball spotted at their own 34. The clock continues to run. 4 minutes and 5 seconds left in this third quarter. Common will now come under center in the I formation, tight end to the right side. He's under center, going to take the snap. He's going to fake the handoff to Pierce, follow his fullback in the hole, and he's going to be brought down at about the 40. Gain of 6 yards for the Rebels, and it's 4th down and 9 for the Rebels at their own 40. And they'll send out the punt team, Peyton Todd, to do the kicking duties for the punt team.
Yeah, Jonathan not putting any weight on that left leg as Bubba King helps him off the field along with Kirk Fradham. And so really in the second half, the Rebels, they begin at the end of the first half, particularly in the second quarter, beginning to move the football on the ground. They really haven't been able to do anything on the ground here early in the second half.
Back and forth are the defenses here in the second half, as Jim mentioned. Peyton Todd on the punt. Kendall White deep back to receive for the Yellow Jackets.
Here they come.
Todd, and the punt is blocked, and the Jackets will recover the football down at about the 25, 24-yard line. So they brought pressure most of the night in that time. They got to the mesh point as the ball was leaving Peyton Todd's foot. Reese Pitts, number 67, with the block for the Yellow Jackets, and that will set them up with great field position here in the third quarter. Ball will be spotted at the West Monroe 25-yard line. So a big block punt in special teams, Jim. We knew they were a good special teams football team, and it pays off that time as one man got free in the backfield and blocked the punt. So it'll be first down and 10 for McGill Toolen at the Rebel 25-yard line.
Yeah, he came off the left edge. It looked like he was untouched and just took Todd a little bit of time to get that punt off. He almost had one blocked early in the ball game. So we had the special teams battle being about even, but now give a big edge to McGill Toolen with that block.
West Monroe's defense backs against the wall. Bunch set to the near side. Quarterback takes a snap, fakes a handoff. Here comes pressure. He avoids it. Throws the ball, and the pass is deflected. Tanner Zorden gets his hands up and deflects the pass. But the quarterback that time, Sheldon Lehman, back in the game at quarterback for the Jackets, avoids the pressure and gets rid of the football. So it brings up second down and 10, 3:35 remaining here in the third quarter. West Monroe still leading 10-7, but the Yellow Jackets are threatening at the Rebel 25-yard line.
Yeah, we told you earlier Ruston was leading Acadiana 6-0. We're now being told that's just the opposite. Acadiana leading the Bearcats 6-0. But both teams coming out on this last offensive set, throwing the football, neither one having success on first down. Let's see what the Yellow Jackets do on second.
Second down and 10, two backs in the backfield now for the Yellow Jackets. Lehman at quarterback, and they're going to call a timeout. They didn't like something they saw, and they'll take timeout. It could be a big timeout, and we'll take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to West Monroe Football.
As the Tire Pros dealer, we offer nationwide warranty that protects you down the road.
We really appreciate the customers that have done business with us. We're constantly training and updating our technology so we can earn your trust.
If there's something wrong with your car, just call us.
We like for it to be comfortable around here for people. We have clean bathrooms. It's neat. We offer things for the kids to do.
So for tires and service you can trust, visit Ray's Tire Pros on Cypress Street, 1 block from West Monroe High School.
Well, do you ever?
Second down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. 2 backs in the backfield with Lehman. He's going to take the snap, fake the handoff. Time to throw this time. He throws towards the end zone, and it's overthrown, incomplete. Pass intended that time for Dallas Daffin. He's been their go-to guy, it seems like, this game, and that time the pass was overthrown. Brooks Miller on the coverage for the Rebels, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. They did the play-action pass, Jim, and went for the big play.
Well, they certainly did, and they must feel pretty good, Rick, about the field position right now on their field goal kicker. It would be about a 42-yarder if they had to kick it from here, but they haven't tried to run the football to get closer and maybe tie this thing up. Instead, they've tried to look for the big play and 6 points.
3rd down and 10 from the Rebel 25-yard line. Rebels showing pressure. 4 wide receivers. Lehman takes a snap, throws a screen pass. 25's got room. 20. Got to miss the tackle. 15, 10. Bounces off another one.
Evans.
Still being wrestled down inside the 5 down to the 4. C.J. Evans, the running back, on the screen pass, and that's the second time the screen pass has worked tonight, Jim, on a big 3rd down.
You know, and I tell you, Lehman, you know, he did a great job just finding Evans in that big crowd, but again, heavy pressure. And, of course, when you're running the screen, you're allowing those guys to come through, but you don't want them to come through too quick. And once again, Lehman found Evans, and that's been a big play in this ball game for the Yellow Jackets. 1st down and goal from the West Monroe 4-yard line. McGill Toolen will come to the line of scrimmage under center. An overloaded left formation. Yeah, an unbalanced line. Wow.
1st down from the 4. They're going to move Evans in the backfield. The quarterback is under center. Lehman going to take the snap. He's going to hand to Evans to the unbalanced side. That's Big Swanner coming from the backside to make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him forward progress. He actually fell down at about the 6, but they're going to give him forward progress to the 4. So no gain on the play. 2nd down and goal from the 4.
Unbalanced, meaning 5 offensive linemen to the left side of the football. And they ran it that way. The only problem was on the weak side, coming from the weak side was Swanner, who ran down the running back from behind and limited the pickup to about 1 or 2.
The Rebels with an extra defensive lineman in, Cole Sullivan, down on the line of scrimmage. Now it's unbalanced to the right for the Yellow Jackets. Lehman under center at the 4-yard line. Going to take the snap, going to hand to Evans again. This time a little bit of running room. Powers forward down to about the 2. So gain of 2 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd down and goal from the 2. So the Rebel defense being tested here, and 3rd and goal.
Hey, and Rick, guess who's in there trying to block on the offensive line?
Our buddy, the Tennessee commit Darius Cox.
The big nose tackle.
They brought him in, 6'5", 302 pounds. So that's some weight to run behind.
Big boy football right now.
In the formation. Unbalanced to the right. Evans in the backfield with a fullback. Rebel defense trying to make a goal line stand. Ball placed at the 2. Lehman takes a snap. He's going to fake the handoff to Evans, rolling out of pocket. Gleason's giving chase, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 6-yard line. Andrew Gleason on the quarterback pressure will knock him out of bounds at the 6. And so big-time play on 3rd down by the Rebel defense. And McGill Toolen will trot out the field goal unit.
Yeah, you know, just an outstanding goal line stand by West Monroe. They ran the play action. They ran it, gave the play fake to that strong side of the field from the 2 or the 3-yard line, but the Rebels had the runner and the receivers covered, nowhere to go, and Andrew Gleason made another outstanding play.
McGill Toolen on for the field goal. Nonetheless, it's still 4th down and goal from the 6-yard line, and McGill Toolen will set to kick the field goal.
And they got Carson Jones checked in, Rick, coming off the edge on the right side.
The holder set up at the 13. It'll be a 23-yard field goal attempt. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. So Bay Cummings, the senior kicker for McGill Toolen, will tie the game at 10. 1:14 left to go here in the third quarter, and this ball game is now tied as McGill Toolen converted on a big third down screen pass to get the ball inside the 5-yard line. But the Rebels come up with a big third down stop on 3rd and goal as the quarterback was run out of bounds at the 6, and McGill Toolen has connected on a 23-yard field goal to tie the game at 10.
So, Rick, it's right where we started.
That's right.
It was Reese Altman was the difference. His kick early in the first quarter was a difference in the game for a while, but now things are all tied up, and they're going to get even more interesting as we get ready. About a minute, 15 seconds for the fourth quarter.
Well, guys, I think this drive right coming up is not the most crucial, but I think it's the most crucial in the game right now. And, the West Monroe has not moved the ball in the third quarter, and any momentum that's been had has been had by McGill Toolen with the big play and the blocked punt and getting points off the board. I think it's important that West Monroe at least flips the field here, if not get points.
McGill Toolen capitalizing off the block punt and gets a field goal. Zach Murphy back with Hamburg to receive the kick. So far, all the kicks by Cummings have been touchbacks. Ball will be placed at the 40, and he'll kick it deep once again. That's going to bring Murphy back to the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Rebels will take over at their own 20-yard line. The game is tied 10-10. 1:14 left to go here in this third quarter. Brought to you by Master Lube Express and Car Wash. Our primetime sponsors tonight, Family Doctors of Nela, Tom Sanders Building Mart, Zaxby's Monroe and West Monroe, Ronnie Ward Toyota of Ruston. So the Rebels will take over at their own 20 with the game tied, and it looks like they'll start off in the shotgun. McGill Toolen has played good defense this second half, holding the Rebels to not very little rushing yards, and the Rebels have tried to throw the ball a few times, being sacked one time.
Yeah, four wide receivers in this set, two to each side, and let's see if the Rebels try to spread the field and run it, or get it to one of those slot receivers quickly and maybe have them do something with the football.
Common in the shotgun, Cameron Wright to his right side. 4 wide receivers. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand to Wright. Wright's got running room, 20, 25. It bangs hard down at the 26-yard line as he delivered a blow to number 12, Sam Satterwhite, on the tackle that time. But Cameron Wright running with authority. A gain of 6. Bring up second down and 4 for the Rebels, so a good play there on first down.
Yeah, and that's what they did, Rick. They just simply spread the field that time and got the ball to Wright. And he found a little crease and picked up the biggest gain of the second half for West Monroe.
Common in the shotgun, trips to the near side. Takes the snap this time. He's going to keep it. He's got running room, but tries to bounce it outside. He does. 30, 35, finally upended inbounds at about the 35-yard line. So Garrett Common on the keeper. Gain of about 8 yards and a Batteries Plus and Bulbs first down at their own 35.
Yeah, badly needed first down. Stanley mentioned they needed to, if they don't score, to at least flip the field, and that first down will help them do so. But once again, Common running that read option to perfection.
Common in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. He's going to send a man in motion from left to right. That's Murphy. Common drops back to throw the pass. He's got Hamburg on the slip screen. 35-40. He's got Wills. 50, 45, 40. He could go all the way. 20, 15, 10. Touchdown Rebels. Michael Hamburg on the screen pass. He'll take it 60 yards for the touchdown, and a huge play here in the third quarter.
It was a tunnel screen to Michael Hamburg, and it was almost intercepted. McGill Toolen read the play, but Hamburg went to the ball. He caught it, made a defender miss, and then it was a foot race. And when you get in the foot race with Michael Hamburg, you better be the fastest man on the planet, because otherwise you're not going to catch him.
He was gone. Once he got by the defender that tried to intercept the football, he didn't get touched. He went all the way for about 60 yards. Reese Altman on for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So the Rebels with a big touchdown out of Michael Hamburg with 9 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. West Monroe 17, McGill Toolen 10. We'll be back. Reese Altman set for the kick. It'll be a sky kick, this time up the middle. Receiver will take it at the 25, has a blocker to the 30, slips a tackle to about the 35, still going down the sideline to the 45-50, cuts back across. It'll be tackled at the West Monroe 45-yard line. Zach Knox and Colton Harvey on the tackle, but he slipped the tackle, Jim, and got down the sideline.
Well, it looked like a big rugby scrum at about the 30-yard line, and nobody could find him. The next thing you know, he kind of squirted out toward the sideline, his side of the field, near the Yellow Jacket sideline, and nobody saw him. And, wow, good job by the Rebels to prevent that from being bigger than it was. The Copeland scoring drive summary, 3 plays, 80 yards, and it resulted capped off with a 64-yard touchdown pass from Common to Michael Hamburg, and that was a Glassworks touchdown for the West Monroe High School Rebels, 1:05 off the clock. And look, folks, Hamburg caught that pass. He made a couple of moves. It wasn't just catch and run as fast as you can. I mean, he weaved his way right through that defense. Outstanding catch and run by Michael Hamburg.
Our touchdown sponsor, Glassworks of West Monroe. The choice is clear, Glassworks. Our third quarter sponsor, Master Lube Express and Car Wash. That'll be the end of the third quarter after that kickoff return. McGill Toolen will take over when we come back. Your score, West Monroe 17, McGill Toolen 10. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
The Graduate Shop has been serving Northeast Louisiana schools for over 50 years. We provide the highest quality class rings, letter jackets, graduation announcements and accessories, as well as caps and gowns. The Graduate Shop enjoys celebrating special recognitions with our schools, especially when they win a state championship ring. We strive to provide the best service to our schools and families as they capture these special memories. The Graduate Shop, serving our community with quality graduation products.
And McGill Toolen will take over at the West Monroe 45-yard line after a good kickoff return. Sheldon Lehman in at quarterback for the Yellow Jackets. It'll be 4 wide receivers and a tight end. He's going to bring C.J. Evans, the running back in the backfield. Lehman will take the snap, fake the handoff. He's looking to throw, be flushed out of the pocket. Still running,
he's
still
got a
looking.
man.
Throws a man, is wide open. 25-20, 15-10, knocked down at about the 4-yard line. Noby Harris runs him down from behind, but the quarterback scrambled outside, created space between the receiver and the defender, Jim, and he was wide open.
Well, that's the first time that Lehman's really been able to elude the pressure and be able to look down the field. And when he ran in the direction of Noby Harris. So Harris, for the moment, looked at the quarterback and thought he might have to come up and make a play. And when he did, the receiver just slid behind him, and that resulted in the big play. So it's kind of hard to fault Noby Harris there, but he got burnt for a big one, and it's first and goal.
Sheldon Lehman, the quarterback, showing some experience that time, rolling out of the pocket and finding receiver. First down and goal from the 4. 2 backs in the backfield. Takes the snap, fakes a handoff to Evans, throws the screen, and it's incomplete. They tried the misdirection on the screen pass that time. Tanner Zorden on the pressure on the quarterback, and it'll bring up second down and goal from the 4.
Yeah, nice play call, and it was set up fairly well, but too much pressure. And it caused the errant pass, and it was dropped, thrown behind their intended receiver.
Last time in this position at the 4, they had the goal line offense. Now they're back in the shotgun. 2 backs in the backfield for the Yellow Jackets. Still in the shotgun, 1 tight end. Running receivers in motion from right to left. Takes the handoff, is Evans to the 5.
He's got room.
Forward to the goal line, touchdown.
Goodness gracious.
And Evans, the running back, powers over the goal line for the touchdown. And just like that, McGill Toolen, after the big kickoff return, will get 6 points. And it's now 17-16 pending the extra point.
But neither team will go away. I mean, just when you think the defenses have taken control, you thought that early in the third quarter, West Monroe, wakes up out of its slumber, and they have that lightning strike for a touchdown. And the defense has played so well for West Monroe against McGill Toolen. You thought, hey, 7 points might be enough here to win this thing at 17-10, and here come the Yellow Jackets right back.
That's what good teams do. They answer the call, and McGill Toolen on for the extra point. The snap, the kick is up, and it is off the upright and bounces through, so it'll be good. Big break that time for the Yellow Jackets, and we're tied 17-17, fourth quarter, 11:39 remaining in the ball game. Cummings with the kickoff. It'll be deep again. This time it'll be taken by Murphy at about the 3 to the 5, 10. Here comes Steve, 15, 20. Here comes a flag. Wrestled down at about the 24-yard line. The back judge throws a flag of about 20 yards.
Pretty good arm.
Nice throw on the flag toss. And Murphy takes it to about the 24, 25-yard line.
Stanley, what are in those flags that make them go that far?
I think a little beanbag type thing. They tie a little rubber band around it to it's almost like a little beanbag thing, and they put the rubber band around it so they'll try to get it, throw it at the point of where the foul was. And this is going to go against the Rebels, and it's going to hurt.
Block in the back is the call against the Rebels, and it's going to back them way up. Flag was thrown at about the 20, 25-yard line, and they're going to step this one off and place it down at about the 15. So tough field position to start this drive for the Rebels. 4 wide receivers, Garrett Common in the shotgun. 11:32 left.
Total yards through 3 quarters, 195 for West Monroe, 117 for McGill Toolen.
Common in the shotgun. Cameron Wright back there with him, takes a snap, going to look, throw it out in the flat.
Same thing.
And it's going to be overthrown. Goes through the hands of Hamburg. The pass was a little high.
Yeah.
But it went through his hands and rolls out of bounds. They're going to call it a forward pass incompletion. Bring it second down and 10. The pass was intended for Hamburg, trying to get him in space.
Yeah, and it was thrown behind him. And so you're trying to throw the ball in front of the receiver so he can catch it, and his momentum will take him forward. A little bubble screen that time to the slot receiver. And when you throw it behind him and high, it really puts him in a bad position, allows the defense to get there. But he just couldn't hold on.
Second and 10. Common takes a snap out of the shotgun. Going to hand to Wright. He's got running room.
Big hole.
The 25. Knocked down at about the 29-yard line. Cameron Wright on the batteries plus and Bowles. First down. Big play. Big run that time for Cameron Wright. Through the middle. Nice job of that offensive line. Fourth quarter brought to you by Home Improvement Outlet. Proud supporters of West Monroe football. First down, Rebels.
Yeah, huge play after the incompletion on first down. It's 2nd 10, second down and long, and you decide to run the football, and to be able to pick up a first down like that, that's got to give you some confidence.
We're tied 17-17, 11-18 left to go in this ball game. Common in the shotgun, takes a snap, going to hand to Wright again. No, he's going to keep it. 30, knocked down about the 34-yard line. Gain of about 4, maybe 5 on the play, so to bring up second down and 5. Nice play fake that time to Wright, and he had some running room off the right side. Second down and 5.
Yeah, there's an art, Stanley, to riding that running back with the football so that the defense as well as the announcers don't know who's got it, and Coleman does it extremely well.
I agree with you. He is, and he's going to get better as the season goes on.
4 wide receivers, sends Murphy in motion from left to right. Takes a snap this time, and Wright is hit immediately as he got the football from Common, loss of about 3. It looked like McGill Toolen jumped a little early. He got a great jump on the snap. Sawyer Brady again in the backfield for McGill Toolen on the blitz.
Yeah, it appeared as though he knew the snap count.
He timed it perfectly.
And he certainly did. That time Common didn't really have the opportunity to fake it or really ride the running back that time because the linebacker for the Yellow Jackets was right there.
Third down and 8. Common in the shotgun, going to send Murphy in motion again. Takes a snap. He's going to roll right. He's got protection. Throws it out in the flat to Murphy to the 35. Slips a tackle. He's going to get the first down and out of bounds at the 40-yard line. He made the man miss, Jim, and he got past the first down. A batteries plus first down at the West Monroe 41-yard line. Big play there on third down for the Rebels.
Yeah, and if Murphy doesn't make the defender miss, the Rebels are punting the football. So a great job by Coleman to get the ball out quickly to give Murphy an opportunity to turn upfield and pick up that first down, which he did.
First down and 10, Rebels at their own 41. Common in the shotgun, trips to the near side. He's going to look the throw. Looking, throws the ball. He's got a man.
Oh, no.
Deflected and intercepted. 45, he's got room. 40. He's going to be at the 35, slips the tackle, still running. 30. Dragged down at about the 25-yard line of West Monroe. The pass was intended for Jerry Day and bounced off his hands and intercepted by number 2, Corian Wilson.
Well, you can't throw the ball any better than that. Coleman put it right where you want it, right in the eyes of the receiver. And Jerry Day took his eyes off the football, and it bounced straight up in the air, and it results in an interception. It goes against Common, but you can't throw the ball any better than that. So just when the Rebels were making something happen, looking really, great on offense, you got the mistake.
First down and 10 now for McGill Toolen. 9:42 left to go in the ball game. Lehman in the shotgun with two backs back there with him. Ball at the West Monroe 27. West Monroe shows pressure. Lehman
going for it all.
He's going to throw it deep to the end zone. He's got a man, and it's caught. Touchdown. Unbelievable pass. Beautiful pass by Sheldon Lehman. And Dallas Daffin on the touchdown reception. Play action pass, and that'll be a 27-yard touchdown strike for the Yellow Jackets to go up in this ball game.
And folks, I want to tell you just how it's a game of inches and it's a game of mistakes, because Brooks Miller had outstanding coverage on Dallas Daffin, but the ball was just perfectly thrown, and he just dropped it in on a dime, as they say, and there was nothing that Miller could do. And the Rebels on the series before, they're moving down the field. That's and right. Everything, a great play call, and just the receiver takes his eye off the football, and just like that, instead of having a chance to score, you're down.
Cummings with the extra point. It's up, and it is good. So McGill Toolen, after the interception, one-play drive. 27-yard touchdown pass, and I think, guys, Sheldon Lehman, the quarterback, shows just then why he's a Memphis commit, D1 prospect quarterback, through a beautiful pass at time to Daffin. 9:34 left in this ball game. Rebels down 24-17.
But a lot of time left.
A lot of time left for West Monroe to run their offense, as Cummings will tee the ball up at the 40. Last time he kicked it to Murphy. This time he'll kick it to him again. Line drive kick taken at the 10. He's got a wall set up at the 20. Room at the 25. Slips a tackle down at about the 28-yard line.
Oh, I thought he was about to squirt out of there.
He had a wall set up in front of him, was trying to be patient to find the seam. Got a little running room. Tackled down at about the 28, 29-yard line. So first down and 10. 9:27 left to go in this ball game, and the Rebels trail by 7. So we'll see what offensive coordinator Glenn Hunt dials up for the Rebel offense to put together a drive. They'll have to go 72 yards to get to pay dirt. 9:27. So like you said, Jim, plenty of time to run your offense here. Common is in the shotgun with Cam Wright to his left. Trips to the near side. Common will take the snap this time and hand it to Wright. Not much running room. He's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. That might give him 1 yard. Cameron Wright on the carry. The big defensive lineman, Darius Cox. First time we've called his name on a tackle, but again, he's taking up room there on the inside and not allowing the Rebels to rush the football. Second down and 9. They're going to give him 1 on the carry. Clock is running with 9 minutes left to go in the ball game.
Yeah, 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, so the Rebels spreading the field. Let's see if they run it or try to throw it.
Common in the shotgun takes a snap. This time he's going to hand it to Wright. No, he's going to keep it, and he is hit hard at the line of scrimmage. Gain of about 1. And so McGill Toolen defense coming up big. Now it's third down and 7. They're going to give him 2 yards on the carry. So 3rd and 7. A big third down here, Jim, for the Rebels with 8:30 left to go in this ball game.
Yeah, and Rick, I think that drop pass that resulted in an interception kind of made the Rebels decide to run it on 1st and 2nd down, but I think they've got to throw it here if they want to pick up the first down.
Common will be in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers, trips to the near side. Here's a shotgun snap. He's going to roll out. Now he's looking. Throws the ball. He's got wide open Zach Murphy. 40, 45, 50. Across midfield to the 40 and out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. Beautiful play call as Common on the play action looked left, turned back and threw right. Was a wide open Zach Murphy. First down and 10 batteries plus. First down and 10 for the Rebels.
So 3 wide receivers to the left, Murphy to the right. Murphy ran as if he was going to the left side of the field, stopped, reverse pivot, kind of like his quarterback did. Common, as he rolled to his left, stopped, pivoted back to his right, and Murphy was all by himself. Great, great design and play call by the Rebel offensive staff.
Rebel offense now will be under center in the I formation, twins to the near side. Common takes a snap, going to hand the ball to Pierce. He's powering forward. Nice run this time by Pierce, gain of about 4 yards on first down. So the Rebels go from spreading the field with 4 wide to now under center in the traditional I formation. Second down, they're going to give him 3 yards. Second down and 7 for the Rebels.
Yeah, but it makes the defense defend against the fullback, which may open things up for the quarterback and again for Cameron Wright. So I like the play call on first down and a good pickup by Pierce.
Common in the shotgun now with Pierce as an up back. Takes a snap. He's going to hand the ball to Wright.
No,
he's going to keep it. He's got room. To the 30, bouncing around at about the 27-yard line. It's a batteries plus first down for the Rebels. That time Common left the ball in the pocket and made a good read on the defensive end that time, decided to keep it. And it'll be a batteries plus first down for West Monroe at the McGill-Toolen 27-yard line.
Yeah, that pocket you're talking about was the belly of Cameron Wright, and everybody thought Cam had it, at least on the defensive side, but it was pulled out of there at the last moment by Common, and he rolled to his right for a first down.
Nice read as Common's in the shotgun, and that's going to be offsides on the Rebels. Whistles are blowing as the center. Everybody was moving except the snap. So that's going to be a false start on the Rebels. They're going to back them up 5 yards. And that's going to be spotted at the McGill-Toolen 32. 7:06 left to go in this ball game. West Monroe trails by 7. But they're moving down the field. First down and 15 now for the Rebels.
Yeah, great drive thus far for West Monroe.
Common in the shotgun alongside Cameron Wright. He calls for the football, takes the snap. He's going to hand it to Wright to the outside. He's got a little bit of room, but he's going to get back to about the 30. Gain of 2 yards. And it's going to bring up second down and about 13 yards.
Yeah, great pursuit that time by the Yellow Jacket defense. They just continued to run down Cameron Wright. He couldn't quite get to the edge. He turned up and got what he could, but it just wasn't much.
The Rebels trying to get the ball outside with Cameron Wright. Second down and 13, 6:24 on the clock. Trips to the far side for the Rebels. Common in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to look to throw. He has time. Throws it over the middle, and it's intercepted.
He threw it behind his receiver, and that was Hamburg. And it was the linebacker who stepped in. That's number 44. He's played big. Sawyer Brady comes up with another big play for the Yellow Jackets, and the Rebels are being stung once again by that interception.
Pass intended for Michael Hamburg, and a big, big turnover for the Yellow Jackets. Second down and 8 for McGill-Toolen. 1:05 left here in this ball game. Sheldon Lehman, the quarterback, in the shotgun. 2 running backs back there with him. 2 tight end set. He's going to send Daff in motion from right to left. Takes the snap, hands it off to Evans. No running room. He'll be wrapped up.
Ball's loose.
The ball's loose.
We've got
it. Colton Harvey has it to the 20. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Rebels. Unbelievable play by Colton Harvey.
Well, unbelievable by the Rebels. Whoever stripped that football, I mean, that was just an amazing play.
That looked like Swanner, guys. I can't tell in that pile, but it looked like Swanner's the one that hit him. Like to see the replay one more time, but unbelievable.
They held Evans up in the backfield. He was trying to fight for more yards, and they stripped the ball out. Colton Harvey picks the ball up and runs it in for the touchdown.
I tell you what, the fat lady had warmed up, and I think she had sung a few bars, but she's sitting back down, folks.
Well, this is a big extra point
here, guys. Big extra point here as
Reese Altman.
Reese Altman comes on. Caden Pierce with the snap. Todd with the hold. Altman with the kick. And it's up, and it is good.
We're tied.
And we are tied, 24-24. 54 seconds left to go, and I cannot. The Rebels really one play away, Jim. One play away from this. That's it.
All they had to do was take a knee. That's why teams take a knee and they don't run the football. The Rebels were out of timeouts, and McGill Toolen ran a play. They ran a play. Why did they run a play?
Unbelievable break.
No, I don't think that was a break. I think that was
That's right.
That was caused by West Monroe. They held the runner up.
They sure did.
And they ripped it loose, and the ball popped straight up into the air. Colton Harvey was there, and I tell you what, nobody was going to catch him.
Hey, Swanner lifted. I just talked to Swanner. He said, I ripped it loose. I thought it was Swanner, 94. What a play, guys. Ethan Swanner.
A play, Ethan Swanner. I would like to know, sometimes ESPN will put up a stat, percentage chance to win a ball game.
Well, it would have been 99.9999.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable turn of events for the Rebels, and this game is tied. You heard me right. It's tied 24-24. 54 seconds left to go, and the Rebel defense and a squib kick by Altman will take it. It's taken at the 30 and knocked down about the 36-yard line.
Why?
So the Rebels elect a squib kick.
Why did McGill Toolen take a knee? The Rebels are out of timeouts.
That's right.
It's second down?
Second down. That was just poor coaching decision by McGill Toolen.
You take two knees and the game is over.
Coaching. You're exactly right.
So first down now for McGill Toolen. 51 seconds left on the clock. The ball is spotted at their own 36-yard line.
And, folks, we've got more fireworks. McGill Toolen's been throwing the ball, having big plays down the field. The Rebels have been putting all kind of pressure on the quarterback, so that anything could happen at this point in time.
51 seconds left. McGill Toolen does have one timeout. Sheldon Lehman in the shotgun. He's going to send a man in motion. Has two men in motion, but they're not going to call it. He steps back. He throws the ball out here in the edge to Daff, and he's got running room, knocked out of bounds at about the 43. So gain of about 8 that time for the Yellow Jackets. And they had two men in motion. Coach Arledge is not very happy about that. That should have been illegal motion.
Well, the coaching staff, West Monroe coaching staff, is livid about it because they saw it and they hollered at it, but nothing was called. But we got to be careful. McGill's got a good field goal kicker.
Five wide receivers for the Yellow Jackets. Lehman in the shotgun. They're going to look, throw it short again, and we're all over it. Carson Jones on the big hit. The pass was completed to Daffin. Carson Jones read it immediately.
Same play.
He's on the tackle.
Yeah, absolutely the same play. And Carson Jones says, I'm not gonna let you do this twice in a row. And a loss of about 6 or 7 on the reception.
Big hit by Carson Jones that time. 3rd down and 9. The ball is spotted at the McGill Toolen 37-yard line. Lehman in the shotgun, 5 wide receivers, 3-man front for the Rebels. He takes the snap. He's going to throw it quick again out to Daffin, and he steps out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds at about the 36, but the referee is going to give him the 39.
Well, they have run the same play 3 times in a row, and now it's 4th down. You got to punt it.
4th down. They throw the quick.
You never took a shot down the field.
They never threw the ball past the line of scrimmage. They threw the same play. They did not throw the ball past the line of scrimmage. So now it's 4th down and 7 for the Yellow Jackets, and they'll come on to punt. There's 35 seconds left in this ball game. Zach Murphy is back deep for the Rebels. He'll get an opportunity to return this punt.
Well, do you think the Rebels are coming?
Out of bounds.
I bet the Rebels are coming.
Here's the snap. He's going to get the punt off. It's a high spiraling punt,
and
he's going to let it go. The ball will bounce and still bouncing at about the 23-yard line. 24 seconds left to go in this ball game.
And Stanley, the last time we went to Madison Central, we elected not to play an overtime game. It was 2 teams out of state, obviously Louisiana, Mississippi. What's the situation in the battle on the border?
I haven't heard what's going to happen here. I'm going to try to see if I can get one of the side officials and find out, between plays here.
West Monroe will have an opportunity with 24 seconds left to go, but
I don't think you do anything. You got Hamburg all the way back
in the up back position. So West Monroe is set up to take a knee here.
You don't run a play.
You don't rush. You don't risk it here. Not in this field. The ball is spotted at the West Monroe 22-yard line.
Of course, if it is overtime, both teams get an opportunity with the ball at the 10-yard line, and whoever scores the most points wins. If they're tied, they do it again.
Victory formation for the Rebels is a shotgun. So Common is standing back at about the 17. High snap, he catches it and takes a quick knee. Wow, I think everybody held their breath for a split second.
He's 6'3", and it was a high snap.
And the clock is ticking down.
We're going to play overtime according to the side official.
That's good. We deserve it.
Wow. So West Monroe will get the ball first, and they are in the south end zone. That's the new end zone right next to the Rebel band. And Common comes out and looks like the Rebels as the referees are talking amongst each other.
In the I formation.
Common will be in the I. Two wide receivers. That's Holloway and Jerry Day. Cameron Wright at the tailback position. Caden Pierce at fullback. Common under center. Takes a snap. He's going to hand the ball to Pierce.
Wow.
He's got a surge moving forward to the 5, down inside the 5, down to about the 4. So power football that time with the fullback Caden Pierce. And the Rebels will have second down from the 4. So good gain of 6 yards that time by Pierce. And the Rebels will stay in the same formation. Just going to go old school veer option, it seems. Common will be under center I formation. Twins to the left side. Common takes a snap. They're going to go to the left. Caden Pierce with the ball again. He rumbles down to the 1. Third down from the 1 now for the Rebels. Staying in the I formation. They had twins to the far side, and they handed it off to Pierce. They've got 1 yard to go for the touchdown, and the Rebel faithful are on their feet cheering on this offensive line.
Yeah, the Rebels have outrushed McGill Toolen 152-12.
So the Rebels have the ball at the 1. Common under center, twins to the left. Takes the snap. There's a mesh point. He's at the goal line. There's no signal. Touchdown, Rebels! Touchdown, Garrett Common on the quarterback keeper on the option as he leans forward over the goal line. Touchdown, West Monroe. And that'll make it 30-24 pending the extra point.
And Stanley, nothing fancy about that offensive series, just old-fashioned, hard-nosed football.
Well, I was going to say old-fashioned West Monroe football. Of course, Coach Showles would be smiling up there looking at that last little series right there. What a great job by the offensive line. Big extra point here, guys.
It was 3rd and 1. Common score. There's a snap. Altman's kick is up, and it is good. West Monroe has the opening possession of overtime, and they put up 7. We'll keep it here in overtime. 31-24 as now the defense will trot onto the field in the same end of the field, the south end zone.
And amazingly, the Rebels are one defensive stop away from winning a football game that was for all practical purposes over.
The Rebels kicked the extra point, putting the decision in McGill Toolen's hands on whether or not to go for 2 if there is a touchdown.
Yeah,
but they have to have a touchdown.
And they're going with one wide receiver, and they're going big
boy football here, guys.
2 tight ends set. Lehman, the quarterback, in the pistol with C.J. Evans, the running back, behind him. 1 wide receiver, one-on-one down here with Carson Jones. 2 tight ends set. Lehman takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to roll to the right. He's looking to throw. He's going to dump it off to his up back. He's hit hard.
Wow.
Knocked out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Chandler Moncrief lays a hard hit on the up back that time for the Yellow Jackets. That's number 4, Jennings Clayton, on the reception.
Yeah, they're going to mark that at the 7, Rick. Only give him 3 yards, and I tell you what, Jennings is going to say, look, I don't know that we want to run that play again.
I don't want to run to that guy, number 58. That was
the
hardest hit of the ball game.
Don't throw it to me.
Now the Jackets will go trips to the far side. One tight end set. Lehman in the shotgun. Calls for the football. He's going to look to throw. Throws it to the corner end zone. He's got a man. It's incomplete. Bradley Williams on the coverage. A well-thrown ball that time by Lehman. Same play they scored on earlier. That time Williams with the coverage. And the Jackets have the intended receiver down. I believe that's Daffin.
Yeah, Dallas Daffin.
They've gone to him several times tonight. So it's 3rd down for the Jackets at the 7.
Yeah, that would have been a tough catch, but we've seen Daffin make several of those tonight. And that one went through his hands, and he's cramping on the field right now.
Yeah, and I tell you what, he's a very, very good receiver, and you're right. That it did touch his hands, but that was an extremely hard catch to make. I mean, it was at the corner of the end zone, and, of course, I know good and well that Lehman probably wish he could have just had a little more time to set his feet to throw it, but Gleason was bearing down on him pretty good. But just looks like a cramp injury, guys. It's 3rd and 7. We're in overtime. 2 plays. The Rebels got to hold them here. 2 plays.
7 yards to go for the Yellow Jackets as there's an injury timeout on the field. That's Daffin. He's being helped out of the end zone. He was down. The pass was thrown in the left corner of the end zone. Incomplete. Bradley Williams with blanket coverage that time on Daffin. And it's 3rd down. Now,
well, yeah, and I expect McGill Toolen to probably throw the ball here, take 2 shots into the end zone. Of course, the run's still an option, but they have to score a touchdown to stay in this thing.
Lehman in a quarterback for the Jackets. C.J. Evans, the running back, has had a lot of touches tonight for the Yellow Jackets as well. 3 wide receivers and 1 tight end. Running back is Evans in the backfield with Lehman. Lehman in the shotgun, takes the snap. Play action, throws it to the other corner of the end zone. Blanket coverage by Carson Jones, and they're going to throw a flag.
He caught it, but they say he's out of bounds. They say he's out of bounds when he caught it, but there is a flag down, as you mentioned, Rick.
Flag down. Carson Jones on the coverage. He had his back turned to the ball and turned around at the last second, but they may get him on pass interference. The receiver came up holding the football as if he caught it.
Bradley Williams is saying that should be on the Yellow Jackets, but let's see if he's
the referees are still
how good of an advocate he is.
Well, I'm trying to think. I think they're trying to decide if he was out of bounds when he caught it. I mean, caught the ball is what they're trying to figure out.
But there is a flag.
Oh, it's going to be against West Monroe.
Pass interference to call on the Rebels, and the pass interference was in the end zone.
So that should be
half the distance.
Half the distance to the goal. It's going to stay 3rd down. Stays 3rd down. There's no automatic first downs on pass interference in high school football.
And that's a break for West Monroe.
3rd down from the 4. So half the distance to the goal puts it there, and now McGill Toolen will change some personnel, bringing in some bigger guys and maybe changing their formation.
Yeah, because
some
if you're
confusion on the sideline over there for McGill Toolen. Still confusion as the play clock is down at 17 seconds and they're not at the line of scrimmage. They may burn a timeout. They get 1 timeout here in overtime. They're going to come to the line of scrimmage with the play clock at 10. Heavy set, 2 tight ends, 2 backs in the backfield, 1 wide receiver out to the far side. Play clock down at 3. He's going to hurry up the snap. And the Rebels jump off sides. They're going to say offense. They're pointing, both teams pointing at each other. As the side judge will run over to the head referee, they're going to huddle up about this one. And they're going to back up McGill Toolen. That's a big 5-yard penalty, guys. Big 5-yard false start.
Well, you know, first of all, they didn't get to play in. They didn't get to play in. They're rushing. And you have to give an assist on that play, too.
Absolutely.
To who?
To the coaches.
I give it to the band.
The band's down here is loud, guys. You're right.
Coaches.
They give it to their coaches for not getting to play it, but the band is so loud that once they got lined up, they couldn't hear anything.
They didn't get lined up until the play clock was below 10, and they tried to rush the snap, and the tackle jumped off sides. That's going to back them up 5 yards. Each team has 1 timeout in overtime, but now the ball is spotted at the 9. Lehman is alone in the shotgun, and there's still confusion on the sideline, and the Yellow Jackets will call a timeout. A lot of confusion on that side is misalignment and personnel issues for McGill Toolen. 3rd down. We're in overtime. 3rd down, the ball is at the 9 for McGill Toolen. They have 2 plays to get 9 yards for the score. The Rebels had the ball first in overtime. They scored on a 3rd down from the 1 on a quarterback keeper. So the Rebels lead 31-24. Battle on the border in Independence Bowl. What a game. Both teams back and forth, good quality football. But here in overtime, McGill Toolen having some trouble getting the play in.
Yeah, that's, look, this is a critical juncture, a lot of pressure, but you've got to get the plays in quicker than that. And that's really hurt them here in overtime.
Early in the ball game on 3rd down, the Yellow Jackets have had success with the screen pass. And they have their running back C.J. Evans split out in the slot. 5 wide receivers, no backs in the backfield. Lehman in the shotgun. Rebels have 4 defensive linemen. They're going to send Evans in the backfield. He motions back there with Lehman. Lehman in the shotgun. Here's the snap. He fakes the handoff. He's being pressured. He's going to throw the ball away.
He threw it to his lineman.
Andrew Gleason and Tanner Zorden along with Malcolm Moore on the pressure. And there was nobody in the vicinity of the pass.
Yeah, I mean, his tackle was. His offensive tackle. You saying no eligible receiver or player in the vicinity. You're exactly right, Rick. That could have been intentional grounding, and I don't see a flag. Sometimes they throw those awful late, but again, I think they were trying to set up the screen to Evans.
Looks like it. That's right.
But
it looked like a screen pass, but the Rebels playing excellent defense. Now it's 4th down. 4th down from the 9-yard line here in overtime. Rebels leading by 7, 31-24. This is the ball game. The Yellow Jackets have to score on this play. The Rebel band cranking up the sound. Trips to the far side. C.J. Evans in the backfield with Lehman. Lehman takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's looking to throw, runs out of the pocket. He's scrambling for his life. He's going to heave the ball in the end zone, and it's incomplete. Bradley Williams with the pass deflection, and the Rebels will win the battle on the border, 31-24. Unbelievable comeback by the Rebels.
I don't believe it. Stanley, I don't think I've ever seen an ending quite like this one. What a ball game.
What a ball game. I'm going to let y'all do Coach Arledge afterwards. I'm going to get the guys. I'm going to get the coordinators right quick.
What a victory for the West Monroe Rebels at Battle on the Border. They win in overtime after the improbable fumble return by Colton Harvey. And they come out victorious. The strip by Ethan Swanner made it possible. And the Rebels come out victorious. What an unbelievable sequence of events.